It is the 29th of January 2026, and I'm going to rant about the foot and mouth disease, but not rant to gaslight you. I'm going to show you the systematic destruction and destabilization of South Africa at the hands of Western colonial powers, okay? And I'm tired of the farmers crying because you guys pray to the Lord, but you don't use your own wisdom. On the 23rd of July 2025, I warned you guys that the attack is coming on the food supply to destabilize this country in order to create famine. Bookmark this video, bookmark it. By the Lord's hand, He will show you guys. Okay? The 1st of August 2025, I said to you guys again, watch out, it's coming, it's coming. Okay? And now that we are here, now you guys said, oh, we need a vaccine, Daniel. Because we want to be prostitutes, farmers wants to be prostitutes to the government. You know? It's fine if you want to have Stockholm syndrome and bow before government. Okay? But you can't go Sunday and pray to the Lord and expect the Lord to deliver your animals from this death that has come over them because you inject them with all of these vaccines nonsense. And then people get cancers because they eat those cows. But first we have to connect the dots, because I see some of you only have grade 9. So let me help the farmers that were standing in the field doing nothing but crying and gaslighting us and saying, now we must all work together, kumbaya, so that they can enclose the jail that they are putting on this country. It is a systematic, planned destabilization of South Africa. Nothing is it's by design. It's not by accident that they've infiltrated our police system. It's not by accident that they've infiltrated our courts. It's by no accident that they've infiltrated our foods. We're going to start here. So here is the sellout. Okay, the sellout. You know, when you see that symbol, that circle on their jacket, you know they sold themselves out to the West. So when this duck one, hippo, was going abroad and looking for foreign investment with rumpies, with cupcake, they came back with the Bella law. They pushed that through to destabilize our school system so that the foreigners can come in and loot our schools, so that we don't have any education in order to resist them. Secondly, they brought in NHI because they want to give to the poor people 100 rand to keep them as sucking on the nipples of the cow, you know. Thirdly, then now we see the attack on the food supply. Okay, all planned. Don't think it's something new. Here we have this fire pool asshole with this white man. This white man. They will shout to you, you're against the white man. But look here who they're shaking hands with. The billionaires of the West. Oh, Daniel, what's this? He's sitting here as well. There's Ostrich as well. Bought and paid for. Bought and paid for. You guys are not angry enough. They just killed DJ Waras outside of a club. They gunned him down. These ones. And you guys have nothing to say. He's shaking hands. Colonizers. Shaking hands. Colonizer. This one, look what he did. Look what France did in Burkina Faso. Sellout. Another sellout. So now we have this problem. This problem. Okay? But before we look at this problem, we have to see where it comes from. Case study. In 2021, Ostrich farm developing antibodies that could put an end to this. It can put an end to this. An ostrich farm in 2021, they had about 300. In 2020, ostrich produced cross-reactive neutralization antibodies to this disease. Okay? And the doctors will gaslight you and say, Daniel, but that's conspiracy. Government document. Ostrich produced cross-reactive neutralization antibodies against this virus. Oh, we will not make money if the people don't need this one anymore. If we can't inject them with this one, we don't get money anymore. What do? We use the courts. Canada, ostrich farms devastated after a federal judge rules cull off nearly 400 birds because they are transmitting some other flu. All ostriches shot dead at BC farm after avian flu. So now they use the flu as a cover story to kill all of these birds because the scientific evidence were pointing to a better solution. And then in 2025, now you see the propaganda machine, the billionaires pay for these news outlet medias. All 330 ostriches at Universal Ostrich Farms have been culled. 2025. So in 2021, they made a study. Now they realize the study is going too far and they have antibodies in these eggs. Now they use the excuse, and the courts, they use the justice system for injustice gain, and you think it will not happen here in South Africa. So let me help you so that my ranting isn't for nothing, so that your eyes can open and you stop being a prostitute for the government. These farmers that bend over backwards like a crack, a thick copy. Nanoparticles have been successfully in inhibiting the replication of the food and silver, gold, those things. Okay? Government waste time, because you guys love to trust the government. You love your government. Although you saw that your aunt and your uncle, they died during the 2019 thing because they injected them, and then now your Becker are still. Now you want to gaslight us again. This way it will not work. Nanoparticles as an alternative strategy to control these things. Government website. Government. 2024. Effective disease virus control using silver. 2024. Now you have the propaganda machine coming. People, we're not going to make money because this one is the cheap alternative. So now you have the propaganda machine. Fake cure floods essay as delays 1 day ago. African farming. This is News 24, but we know they captured. They sell out. Veterinarians warn nanosilver products are misleading farmers. The same exact script. If you're not awake yet, the same exact script. During the 2019 thing, when that happened, then everyone gaslit you and said, no, that horse dewormer thing that you guys were using didn't work. It's killing people. And Tanny Miriam is still living, while your nephew and your nieces died of heart attacks. But your guys' mouths are quiet. Your Becca is quiet. When you gaslight the people and said they have to lose their job because they're not getting that thing in from the billionaires. And we also know that nicotine is an inhibitor, that when you put a nicotine patch on you, it dissolves all of that micro metals that is in your blood system from that thing. Now you wonder why they took away smoking. Now you know why there was a shortage of cigarettes, nicotine back then. But trust your government, trust your doctors. Those ones that always say the trusted advisors, as if they are not bought and paid for by these billionaires. So what I'm telling you, I'm providing you a solution. I'm telling you about the threat that government is, because they've been sold off to the highest bidder, as you've seen what is happening in Cape Town. But you guys as Becker are still. You guys are not angry enough. So don't cry these big tears and ask God and ask the church to come and pray for your animals and stuff when you are poisoning the animals and injecting them with these deadly things. Because the government knows we are awake. We don't want to take those things anymore. And for the next virus that is coming, I am telling you, the next virus is coming. It's a planned release of that virus. And if you want to believe it or not, I do not care for it. Because it will be proved right again. The Lord has spoken twice. The Lord is warning the third time. The virus that is coming, they need you to ingest this meat that they are going to put into the cows. Because you're not going to take it there. Now you're going to take it orally. By your meat. The chickens that they inject. The eggs that they inject. They're taking away the antibodies. The good antibodies. But you guys don't want to listen. So I'm imploring you, listen and send this to the people that you need to send it. So that you're not a slut for the government. That the government does not come and kill your animals in the name of supposed moral high ground, and taking the moral high ground of saying you can't move from Limpopo's border to Gauteng's border with your animals because you need to write a paper for Piet, for Jan Steenhuisen. Vote for the DA, guys. Vote for them. You guys are misled. ANC, EFF, DA, they're all in the same bed. Same bed. South Africa, it's you against your government. Us against them. Us against the wealthy that want to make more money. It's about money, not about money and control. Not about health and safety. Use your brain. Connect the dots, please. I leave you. And then this lady speaks about the hedge and the wall that we have built, and that we are now inside and we are under his protection, and we are getting ready for the famine. We are getting ready to buy off the land. Okay? And we're going to set off some of our
XRP and hide it away into the cave, into your ledger. And the rest, you're going to buy the food up, buy the land up, buy the cows, buy the chickens, buy the eggs, so they can corrupt those things with vaccines, with by saying to you that there is you will have the discernment and the wisdom on your head to not kill the cows, to not kill the food supply, because they said it's foot and mouth disease, because it's all just a facade. They're going to come for the ostrich eggs. They're going to come from the chicken eggs. You already saw that, because they want to have us totally dependent on those forces. So you are to buy out. And he says, even there in the scripture, we will then go back to being farmers, okay? Because we will protect the food supply. And then he speaks about that. On my screen, I saw this camel, and then it was in this mountainous area, and it's as if the Lord was saying to my spirit, we are going back to how we used to live in the older days, where technology is, there's going to be people that are going to have advanced technology, but they're going to live in rat houses. And then there are going to be people that are living with the cows and on the land and things like that, with the old values, okay? And you're going to have to choose which one you're going to have to be. And then we are going to run to the mountains because of all these like persecutions and stuff. But we're going to start making our own cows and chickens and things like that, because we're going to remove ourselves from the system, because they keep on injecting all these antibodies and things like that, and requiring you to register your chickens, because they know the eggs have antibodies in it that makes us healthy. But they want us to be dependent on these chicks, because that's why they vaccinate all of these chicks, so they can take out that antibody that makes us healthier and less reliant on them. So watch out for what chickens you eat. Watch out what eggs you eat as well. Just take care to see which doesn't have any antibiotics in them, or vaccines, especially the smaller chicks. And if you have to register your chickens, know that is not the place that you should be living. You should move from that tyrannical place, and you must get some place or country that are like much better suited for you to continue serving the Lord.